Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is IAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because I have a question. Would you pay this? If this was presented to you, would you pay this? Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel, and let's get right into it. Jack is a man in the UK, and he was invited to Jeff and Sophie's wedding. Isn't that nice? How cool is that? And at the bottom of the invitation, when he said that he would be happy to be there was a payment coupon. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'll look at that later. So that night he decides to open it up, and you have to pay your fair share of the wedding, which is £2,000. Huh? It's like almost close to $2,500 American money. But no, what? Are you kidding? Well, yeah, we need to give the bride and groom their best day possible, and you need to pay your fair share for the venue, for the food, for everything. And at first he was like, whatever. Oh, look at this. Look at the tiger up there. I'm at the zoo, by the way, guys, if you haven't figured that out yet. So I just thought I'd swing by. But that is a beautiful animal sitting up there. So, anyways, £2,000, guys, to go to a wedding. Now, I understand everybody has, their wish list of gifts. They've got their registry. They've got all that stuff that they want. My niece just got married, and I gave her money. She didn't send me a bill. I just was like, here you go, hon. Start your new life with Nick, okay? So, with that being said, this is insane, guys. This is absolutely insane. Now, the average person spends, think about this, almost £700 to go to a wedding. About $800, $900 to go to a wedding. Now, was that new clothes, or is that the donation? Is this customary? Do the people in the UK sit there and say, hey, you want to come to our wedding, pay up? Now, Jack was upset. Jack was like, this is ridiculous. So the day shows up, and not only the food was included, but there were no drinks included. So him and his date got charged a bar tab that day. And then in addition to their bar tab at the end of the day, they got hit with a bill for 200 more pounds to tip the staff. We want you to pay for that. So Jack was furious. Other people were furious. People were like, wait a second, this is getting ridiculous now. We paid all this money and you guys want us to do this? Well, what Jack figured out by contacting the venue, and again, I've ran events before. I used to say when I had a medical conference, it was a $35,000 wedding that nobody danced at, because you'd spend so much money to feed people in a day and have them happy, but they only get so happy sitting around a bunch of biotech executives and money guys and gals, for that matter. Okay? So, have you been hit up with a bill like this? Now, again, I'm not talking your niece. I'm not talking nephews, your favorite grandson. I'm not talking that. I'm talking for you to attend this wedding, it's going to cost you $2,500. That is insane, guys. That is lost. Now, Jack, doing his own homework, was furious after this and realized that it cost the bride and groom nothing. So well over 100 people there. So they spent a mint on this wedding, an absolute fortune on the wedding. Isn't that ridiculous, guys? I was blown away by this. So, you can't have it every way. You can't have it like this all the time where everybody pays everything and this is the way it's going to be, and don't complain about it because you're going to be the one complaining. I mean, come on, guys. It's too much. Too much. So, have you ever been hit up for a bill like that in your life? Because I haven't, and I would never pay it. One thing I love is follow-up from different stories that when I do a video, and the last one was about, are you purchasing meat through your bank account? Well, Stephen, being, in the UK, says, Dan, you haven't seen anything yet. Look at this. Tesco and Sainsbury, they're the grocery store chains, the two biggest. And they send people messages like, hey, Dan, do you really need those chips? Do you know that those are 284% higher than your average daily sodium intake? Who the F are you? Who are you to tell me that? Oh my gosh, I bought a bunch of beer. I mean, think about this. Could you imagine that? You know, we talked about the privacy, and it's out of control. Things are nuts right now. Your privacy is non-existent. You want to go to a wedding, you're not invited to spend the special, be part of the special day. Plus, back in the day, the bride, her parents paid for the wedding. Oh, the um, groom, his parents paid for the rehearsal dinner. That's how I grew up. That's all the weddings I've been to, rehearsal dinners, and everything that I've been invited to in my long life. So imagine this. So did the bride's parents pay nothing? They just show up? Did they get a bill at the end of the day? So isn't that wild, guys, to think about that? Because I was just blown away by this. Because the question is, would you pay for this? Would you? Would you pay for that? No, 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 no. But people started to just lambaste these people. Read the story below because it's totally real. But again, we've seen crazy things. I've done stories in the past about 12 rules to my wedding. No big announcements. Don't wear white. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't bring people here we don't know. This isn't for you, Don't make a scene. Don't get too drunk. 3 drink minimum. All these crazy things. But hey, here's a $2,500 bill. Come on, guys. It's getting crazy right now. The Black Panther sitting up there. So let me know what you think so far, because I think it's crazy. And came out to the zoo today because it's not summer, and I'm thinking, oh, all the kids are in school. This place will be dead, and it is dead. But then the animals are like, there's no kids here. I don't have to perform. So you know how it is. Okay, it's always something. I'm gonna send the bear a bill for $2,500 to attend that wedding. Again, let me know what you think about this. But a friend of mine, his son is a good guy, is getting married this weekend, and I'm not going to say his name, but they were like, "Hey, listen, would you like to contribute to the groom's parents?" Yes, pay for the flowers. Okay, wow. So healthy bill, but the point is that was their contribution. They could have said no, but it wasn't. It wasn't like do this or else. Okay, so they did the right thing and they paid for that, and then they didn't have a rehearsal dinner, so he got off. So even I think it's like you did get off light. Just buy the flowers and shake everybody's hand and smile during the photos. Okay? So he's watching this right now. Let me know what you think about this. Let's look at the bear. Let's talk about our sponsor, Delete Me. Think about this. Data brokers are out there harvesting our information all the time and then selling it to the highest bidder. This information is your name, your address, your email, your profession, your home's value, all these crazy things. But you can use Delete Me. And as an IAllegedly customer, you will save 20% off their regular price. It is so simple to sign up for. You just answer a few questions and then they will go to work. Now, I've used this and it's amazing. 7 days after you sign up, they will give you a detailed report of the things that have already been eliminated. Once again, try it today. Save 20%. Use the link below or use this QR code right here and scan this with your phone and you can sign up today. But think about this. Delete Me has a proven track record. Customer service is fantastic and the program is absolutely amazing. I've used it. It works great. But think about this. Your name, your address, your phone number, your email address, your profession, your home's value, everything like that is eliminated with Delete Me. Check it out today. Save 20% as an IAllegedly subscriber. Use the link below or try the QR code and sign up today. This bear got hit by a car and was brought to the zoo and cared for. You can tell me it's got a terrible life, but it's alive and it's well and it gets fed every day and it can dance and sing. You guys have been to Country Bear Jamboree at Disneyland. You know how talented these guys are. Now here's a couple facts that are kind of interesting. Interest rates are dropping, but month over month real estate sales dropped. They were up 10% in July, but they dropped to just over 4.5% increase in August. Uh-oh. Wow, that looks like it's going in the wrong direction. It is going in the wrong direction. But hey, things are going to be free soon. You're going to be able to get houses, you know, for the price of a cup of coffee. No, you're not. It's going to be a mess, to say the least. So, looking for wild animals for you. Guys, the idea with this, and one thing I want to remind you of, 2008, 2009, 10, 11, 12, when that happened, you saw real estate prices go down during that time. That's what happened during that time. So interest rates went down, real estate prices went down. Okay. So let me show you guys. Okay, the pecaries. So the other thing that's fascinating is Warren Buffett continues to sell tons and tons of Bank of America stock. Now think about this. When you own over 10% of a stock, you have to report it publicly within a few days of the sale of the stock. So if you sell 1,000 shares, you got to report that you are unloading shares. He is at 10.5% right now of B of A stock. Once he gets below 10%, he doesn't have to disclose anything. But once again, over the course of the last 3 months, 4 months, he's been unloading these shares, and he's going to continue to do that. His latest sales was almost $800 million worth of the stock, guys. Now, what's he know? Is there an economic downturn coming? Is there a cash crunch coming? Is there a recession? Is there going to be interest rate problems? Is there a problem with the bank themselves? All these questions. Read the article below because it's good. It really does explain a lot, but it makes you ask the questions. What's the problem with Bank of America right now, and why are they unloading that? You got the golden eagle up there. See him up there? That's beautiful. So let me know, guys. Let me know what you think about this so far. There is a tremendous amount of crazy stuff in the world right now, and some things we can't talk about here. So we have a private channel, IAllegedly Live, that you can go to. You can sign up for it today. It's IAllegedly.tv, but it's crazy. It's just a flurry of stuff. Take a look at it today. But things I get a kick out of is that it's not your problem, it's somebody else's. And there's going to be a flurry of videos this week. As we end the month, there's a bunch of topics I want to cover, and there's too much to not cover in like 5 videos. We're going to do a lot more videos between now and the end of the month. But the first thing is that, story out of the UK, why am I in debt? Well, because you've been diagnosed with depression and you're depressed. Once you realize you're depressed, you can take medication for it and you'll stop spending. Really? Really? That's going to solve the problem? Okay. Okay. So, ladies, your husband buys stuff all the time and you can't stop him. He's depressed. He's just really off right now. He's depressed. Do you see how ridiculous it is? Gentlemen, she can't do without that new Gucci bag because she's depressed. Okay? I mean, come on, guys. I don't want to... It's just ridiculous. Depression is a serious thing, but not for frickin' shopping, guys. Come on. Come on, debt hound. There are some people that love losing. I'm convinced of it. Oh, and they just get themselves in trouble after trouble after trouble. Like my California Angels, okay? Keep signing guys like Anthony Rendon who don't even play, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's utterly preposterous to think that that's the reason that this woman is in debt and can't stop spending because of her massive depression. Maybe it's part of it. Maybe it is. But I'm going to say most likely it's because she's just irresponsible and doesn't learn anything fiscally. So, hasn't learned anything. She clearly didn't take the English classes I took. Laura in Connecticut sent me this one, and this is serious because I've seen this happen before in my city, where you get people that are dressed up in city uniforms, or are they? Manchester, Connecticut, there are people that are pretending to be part of Water and Power to get inside your house. Hey, we need to make sure the valves are safe. No. Where's your ID? They need to have an identification card that they can wear. They need to have access. What's your phone number at the city so I can call your boss? And all it took was these people, through the Patch app, to realize that this was a scam and that they were casing houses. Guys, I don't care where you live. This is happening. Mr. Raccoon down here. This is happening all over the place, guys. And as people get more desperate, they're getting more clever too. That's the thing that's troubling right now, is you're seeing more and more people do things that are just disturbing right now. So let me know, guys. Let me know if you see anything like this. And I'm telling you, protect yourself. Make sure that you're doing the right thing, and just be leery, be watchful. Look out for your neighbors. You know, my brother called me today. He was talking to Doug, the foreclosure guy, about all these houses that are headed towards foreclosure right now. And so many people have an issue right now because of the fact that they're not watching out for family members. The mom lost the house, and all these horrible things happen. Be kind to people, because you may think that they have family members and relatives, but they really don't, because they're horrible people. So do what you can do to watch people. Topeka, Kansas, a hotel was trying to get somebody to take over a hotel that the city took over. Yeah, we want a brokerage, company to manage it and manage the hotel. We got 0 offers on this. Who wants this responsibility? Who wants to make this kind of money and deal with the city of Topeka, Kansas? Nobody. This is the perfect example of why things are broken right now. Things are completely upside down, and you're going to see more hotels go back to the bank. I know this for a fact. And, the real estate agents that write me and say, hey, Dan, this is just a small percentage of the real estate industry as the commercial. You're delusional. You've got easily $1.5 trillion right now that are up for grabs right now, that are not going to be able to be refinanced, and these people are going to be completely upside down. It's not every day you get to see a bear in my background. So, you know what I mean? You're going to see problems with this, and it's going to be a floodgate that's going to be unleashed after the election. Whoever wins, this part does not matter. The banks are finally going to unload these houses that they're sitting on. Think about this figure. And FHA right now, think about this. Charles Payne talked about this yesterday. FHA had 17.7% of their loans they cannot reach the people on. 17.7%. Not responding. Cannot get a hold of them by phone, by email, nothing. 17.7%. That is staggering, guys. You're going to see a tremendous amount of houses get turned back to the bank. Mr. Bear's taking it easy. Okay? Let me know what you think about this stuff so far. I'm going to finish this video with this last story. And something that we've talked a lot about over the course of the last 2 years is FTX and good old Sam Bankman-Fried. Well, his co-conspirator and former girlfriend and love interest, that's how the story put it, pled guilty 2 years ago, but turned state's evidence and gave them the moon on what was going on. They ran a fraud from 2017 to 2022 like no other. It was the world's largest financial fraud, and like Jesse Waters calls him Mini Madoff, he was. I mean, he was that bad. So she got 2 years in prison for this. She's very remorseful. I don't feel bad for people like this until, they get caught, then they roll over. Oh, I shouldn't have done it. I feel so bad. I'm sorry anybody got hurt. Guys, it was crazy. When you think about this, when you think of the fraud that was committed from these people, and the one thing that blows me away is I know a crypto investor very well. I'm not a crypto investor, but this guy had a lot of money in Bitcoin there and pulled it out 30 days before they shut down. So he didn't feel good about the place. His advisors didn't feel good about the place. And thank God he did that, because he saved himself and he had this run up and made all this money. But it was incredibly lucky that that happened. But a lot of people, yes, some are going to get their money back, and you've heard the stories and things like that. But remember, the price of all those crypto assets were here, and now they're up here. So lucky, yes, but ridiculous. So, the other thing is something I'll cover on the private channel in much more detail, and that is our buddy P. Diddy, that degenerate. Guess who his bunkmate is? Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh, okay. You guys can talk about ripping people off together and tell stories. Anyways, please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Always look at our sponsors, guys, and support them. It's a minute out of your life, okay? I appreciate each and every one of you. Onward and upward, guys. And please, if you want to email me, it's hello@IAllegedly.com. I'll see you very soon.